Hello students of class 7. Welcome to the online tutorial classes for Vidya Bhavan High Secondary School. This video is for class 7 chemistry and the chapter that I will continue today is the physical and chemical changes. In the previous video we discussed about what is the change, how the changes can be occur and where these changes can be occur. And the different kind of the change, we just jot down their names for your information. These are just recapitulating, like slow and fast change, natural and man-made change, periodic and non-periodic changes, desirable and undesirable changes, reversible and irreversible changes, physical and chemical changes. In this chapter, it is mainly based on the physical and chemical changes, and I told you that all the changes all can be physical or can be chemical. But still, we are starting to discuss about the slow and the fast changes. So, as the name suggests, the slow changes means the change that needs a longer time. Okay, so a change, a phenomena that takes a longer time to make a different thing is obviously called the slow changes. As well as the first changes means changes that took a small time, a short time, that will be called a first change. Okay, so in front of us many changes are there, and we can easily differentiate which are the smaller time taking changes, that means the short changes or first changes, and which are the longer time taking changes are the slow changes. Okay, and actually the slow changes can take like months, years or billions of years sometime. Okay, but the first changes usually happen within a time, within a second. So let me give you some example. Young man growing old, it takes a few years. So a man, when he is like growing and then be old, this time actually will take him like 60 to 70 years. So this is obviously a slow change. If the evaporation of water from a lake through continuous takes hours. So if in a hot summer day, the water usually evaporates from the lake or the ponds, and it takes a longer time to evaporate. That is obviously not like seconds or minutes, it is hours and hours, sometimes days. So this is obviously a slow change. The germination of seeds takes days. When we try to germinate any seed like Bengal gram or anything, it usually takes 2 to 3 days, sometimes 4 to 5 days to be germinated. So obviously it will be a long time taken change or slow change. Formation of the fossil fuels from dead plants and the animals is very slow change. They take hundreds and thousands of years to be formed. So when the died animals and the plants are buried inside our earth due to some natural phenomena, it can be earthquake, it can be anything, flood or something. These are buried under this soil, and it is staying for long, like thousands of years or hundred of years, and after that their chemical nature changed and natural oil or can be formed. So formation of these fossil fuels like coal, petroleum and coal, these things takes time to produce. Okay, rusting of iron, tooth decay, freezing of water, change in seasons, all are slow changes because these changes takes a long time to form a new thing. Okay, so this is obviously a slow change. So the changes that I already told you, that takes this change occur within a second, it will be called first changes. What are they? When a piece of paper is lit, it immediately catches fire and changes into black ash. and the smoke released lost into the air. So within a second, if we hold one paper and light it, within a second it will be started to burn. Right. So this thing actually happens, this changing of the ashes from a paper usually takes a second. Within a second it all will be completed. Right. So this is obviously a very fast change. Bursting of an inflated balloon. When we blow a balloon and then with a pin just bursting them, within a second the all air comes out and the balloon is bursted. So this takes only 1 second to change their shape or change their things. So this is obviously a very fast change. Bursting of a cracker, when we use the firecrackers on Diwali or something, then also within a second it can be burst. Lightning of an electric bulb. Yes, when we switch on the light, within a second the all light or fans can be lighted up or fans started. How? Not only about this light or fan, for every electrical goods the electrical current runs so fast, like within a second when we just switch on the light everything will start, right? So it is obviously a very fast change. Not only that, when we use some gun or something, or when we press this trigger, the gun can be burst, or sometimes it can be like fire up, right, within a second. So these all are the changes which are very fast. Okay, so in this video we learned about the slow changes and the fast changes. It is a very important part of the changes, because here many things can be like in here, no? Every topics are interrelated. So the slow change and the fast change both can be of natural or man-made, or sometimes they also can be of physical or chemical. So these all changes are actually interrelated changes, but still we have to classify them, that which are the slow one, which are the first one. Okay, in that theory only we can understand and we can write down the examples for the slow changes and the fast changes. Okay students, in the next video I will start with the natural and man-made changes. Till then, thank you very much.